So back again, we're going to do a quick video, and I'm going to try and do a couple of quick videos so that I can catch up on my uploading. So no more big videos. Having said that, I've already done one video tonight that was big, so that's not really going to happen. But anyway, let's just do another Lego set. And this one's quite an old one, but I just picked it up real recently. I've actually got a couple of these of myself, hidden away somewhere that I was going to bring out. But I went and picked this one up from the shop. So this is from quite a few years ago. It's a Friends set, but it doesn't have any Friends characters in it, but it just has little animals. And I quite liked these sets when they came out. And I was always a bit put out that they're kind of marketed for girls. Because when I was a little kid, I was quite keen on animals and things with animals in it. And I don't, it'd be nice if, just because if you're a boy and you like animals, you shouldn't have to get a Ninjago set or a Chima set or something like that, whatever has battle animals in it. And so that kind of makes me sad, because this I would have liked the set, no worries, when I was a kid, when I was a little boy. And so it's sad that, but then they don't make these anymore, so that's also sad. But there's only so many things they could do with these things. But I like them and they're fun, so we're going to do one right now. This one here has been kind of eaten by a mouse, I think, which is kind of funny. I bought this from an op shop, but I think it's brand new. It's been attacked by some small creature, which has a nice sense of irony in it. But let's just see what's inside. It's very easy. It makes it easy to open, right? So if you are struggling to open your Lego bags, get a mouse. So we're going to be making this thing. I've made this one before. I didn't pay too much for this, but I paid actually more than I had paid previously for these sets. So I actually picked up some of these sets for, I think, 75 cents, brand new from the shop, in the reduced to clear, which is why I've still got quite a few of them unopened, because I bought a lot of them over the years. So they're kind of like mixels that the shops would sell the very last ones off quite cheap, and they get hidden away somewhere in their stock, and then they turn up like I'm just trying to pack it away, a year later, and the price would have been automatically reduced to something very low, like not 50 cents, but 75. I think 75 cents was the lowest I got them for. Most of them I got for about $2 or something. New Zealand, which is good value. So we put this one there, we put that one there, we could put a little ribbon on the little birds. So I don't know if I like the Parrot one when I was a kid, but they certainly had other cool animals that I was really I find quite charming, if that's the right word. I remember doing this one before. So this goes there, and they have some bird seed. It doesn't actually say put them together, but I'm going to put them together because otherwise they're just going to fall out. And it doesn't look like in the picture. Well, it's kind of moving around a bit. That can go there, and you can always use that as a backpack for your minifigure. I really got to put this little cat somewhere safe because it's such a cool piece. Did I just do this? Wait, what? Hold on. Well, there are two parts. I just thrown the whole bag away, so I don't know what I'm making. But there's two relatively closely repeated parts. Well, there's 3 green bases, so I've completely forgotten what the picture was. So this is all going to be a big surprise, which is exactly what I want. I don't want to know what is happening around me. I just want to be completely confused. And it looks like it's Christmas for me tonight. Okay. So that one can go there, and then that one can go there. It's that red piece from the Technic set we were just talking about. I think I like it because, I don't know why I like it, but it's got that little indentation, which I'm sure has a use. I guess maybe it's something to do with the manufacturing, and when they're that small that it's hard to know why. But let's just be thankful that it's that way. And it does line up perfectly with the bottom of this. So it's all very, the top of this, sorry. So it all has a specific use, but then you kind of feel like it's one of those things, that there's going to be some video on the internet when you suddenly realize that you've been using something wrong the whole time, and that little groove has a very specific purpose. I just have no idea what it is. Oh, so that one's going to go on the top. Okay. I I saw something recently, and it was like, oh, did you realize this was that? But it was like, well, yes, I did realize that. It's like, isn't that the obvious thing? But I can't remember what it was. So we'll just have to finish that conversation there. If I remember, I will tell you. I did watch one where it told you how to actually put a duvet inside a duvet and duvet cover, and I don't know if duvet is a very good word to use because it's one of those words that do not travel well across the English-speaking world. We can assume that it wouldn't travel well across the non-English-speaking world because they'd be like, oh, that's just another English word that we don't know the meaning of. But within English-speaking worlds, duvet, I think, is one of those words that each country that speaks English has a different word for. So what I mean is the thing you put on your bed that you put stuff in that has like, you know, like some sort of inner, and it's like a big cover blanket thing. If you can get what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, you know, there's a how do you actually fold these things, or how do you put the inner in without it making a big mess? And I only just watched a thing, and I feel really bad because somebody told me once upon a time. And I feel like this is terrible. This is like, you should know. I should know these things. I should have just looked it up beforehand. But they were like, surprise! This is how you do it. So that made me think, oh well, obviously a lot of people don't know how to put the inside of their duvet. The duvet is inside the duvet cover. So it's not that bad that I've always been making a mess of it. And it's quite straightforward. And if you really thought about it, it's like, oh well, that makes sense. But I did see. That there's some guy, some video was how to thread needles very easily by doing this rubbing against the thing, and I tried that and it didn't work for me, so I have to watch the video again. But that's the end of that one. So there's their little bird cage, and they do have a little thing there. Unfortunately, I don't have that parrot from Andrea's. I keep saying Andrea, but apparently I should say Andrea, which is I haven't met an Andrea or Andrea since I was a little kid. In which case I knew two, but now I don't know any, so I've forgotten how to say it. I'm sure different people say it different ways. But anyway, she had a parrot, and I've forgotten the name of the parrot as well. That's not the parrot thing. And so well, then they could have had two birds, but we don't because I don't have them tonight. So. We just have the cat. The cat can sit on the other side. Ooh, that's not how things work. I'm upsetting the balance of nature. So the cat's going to sit there. The bird's going to be there, and they've got the little. So why is it blue at the bottom? Never really thought about this. It makes it look like water. It's a nice blue. It's that nice sky blue. Oh, that's right. I was going to call this Commodore 64 blue. I think that's the one I was going to call that. And so. I don't know what the blue means. It makes it look like a giant cake. Why have they got their things perched on a cake? But this series was quite a good series because they had the dog. They had quite a few series of these, didn't they? I don't know how many they had. Must have been 5 or 6 or something. And that was the little deer was I was quite chuffed to get that one. I got a couple of that one, and the tree was really good for that. So in fact, actually, I should stop saying that because that's the other set I've got of this. So that will be spoilers for the future. That is the next one of these that I'm going to do because I have that close by. And the dog one was good. I think that was actually the very first set that I got those little brick texture pieces from, so that was a nice set too. But I think out of these three, the deer was the one that I was most prizing. Do they have any other pictures of any other series? Not in this one. So and out of all those Lego Friends sets, I don't think I got any of them except I might have got her car. In fact, looking at that tree, I definitely got that car one. And I didn't get anything else. Maybe I got that big car. I might have got the car. No, I didn't ever got that. Whatever. What is that animal? Is that a cat? It looks like the brain from Pinky and the Brain. Which is like, I don't know if they have that. I think they were going to remake the Animaniacs. So maybe people do know who Pinky and the Brain is. People who are not under the age of 30 may in fact know who Pinky and the Brain is. But anyway, cool. Thanks for that. Very rambly. We'll finish there. Like, share, and subscribe. But it only took 10 minutes, so that's fine. And that's quite a neat set. That's quite neat. I like it. And along comes Kimmy with oh, I looked it up too, and yes, they do have, the other ones, the original ones do have like a stud on the top or bottom or something. So I was right to be confused by this, so just saying. Alright, cool, thanks. Like, share and subscribe.